into the NBA right now.
Yeah.
Reset the clock. Going to NBA. We'll talk about Steph Curry as the #1 player right now. He's tearing it up.
Fun to watch, man.
Possible MVP.
Yep. I think
candidate.
he should be MVP.
They clinched their division. The first time that Golden State has clinched their division in 39 years. They beat the Blazers 122-108. Steph Curry, 33 points, 10 assists.
Yeah. He's just phenomenal. Well-rounded.
I mean, is he the best point guard in the NBA right now?
Well, you know, right now I would say
there's so many options.
There are a lot of options. There's so many great point guards. Right now I would say he is. He's, in my opinion, the front runner for the MVP. He's great to watch. You take, like I said this before, you take him away from Golden State, that's an entirely different team. So, yeah, definitely has my vote. Top, player, point guard, everything in the league.
If you were building your team, if you had, let's say, like, the playground, you play the kickball, you got all these guys. Let's say we're playing professional kickball. You have the best soccer players in the world. You have the best football players. You have the best, everything. If you could do Chris Paul, Westbrook, Curry, Rose, Kyrie Irving, healthy, because poor Rose gets banged up a lot, but healthy, who's your #1 pick? To build your team, your first guard. That
is tough. If I could go get, what was it, 2011 Rose, if I can go back in time get that Rose, he'd be my #1. Yeah. But he gets banged up, and even when he's healthy, like this year he was healthy-ish, and was good. But that's tough. For me, it's a toss-up between Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving. Both those players are explosive and so much fun to watch.
Right, all these guys are different, too, because Rose is very explosive and quick, but some of these guys, like the whole true point guard thing, there's very few true point guards. I would say maybe the closest one we have right now is maybe Chris Paul.
Yes, absolutely.
Chris Paul's close. Maybe even Parker. They're not dropping 30 points a game. They're more, I mean, Nash was a great example of that. Again, Nash he's been banged up.
But that's like an old school style of point guard,
Yeah, super old
These
school.
guys like
Jason Kidd, when he was in his prime. Jason Kidd
These
was
guys
very,
scores what they do.
10, 10, and 10 every night.
Yeah.
Very different. I mean, so, and looking at the NBA, looking at these players, I mean, also, of course, send us your thoughts in, #3MW over at thestream.tv. What would you value more, the point guard position or guard position? I mean, 1, 2, 3, or the 4 and 5s, the big men? If you were to start your team, who would you build with first? You build with the guards first, the backcourt, or the
I like
centers?
big men. I like big men. I like guys that can tower over the opposition. Guys, you look at someone like a Shaq, in his prime and stuff, he would just like knock guys over and stuff like that. So I definitely go big.
I like the big guy. I like the big guys who can shoot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Give me Dirk Nowitzki every time. I love Dirk, man. That guy
like having your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, give me Dirk. Give me shoot some threes. He's not the best defensive player, but he's good. I'm glad he got a championship. He's one of my favorite players. This is just an exciting time in the NBA right now. I think it's going to be a great playoff.
Fun. Yeah, it absolutely will.
And the MVP, every day there's a news headline about who should be MVP. Steph says he would vote for LeBron. Everybody says Steph Curry. Other people are talking about Westbrook. I mean, his triple-double was taken away. The NBA took his triple-double away. He didn't deserve it.
Poor thing.
Poor guy.